Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS overflow. And right now we'll be discussing about overflow X and overflow Y in HTML CSS. The overflow X and the overflow Y properties specifies whether to change the overflow of content just horizontally or vertically or both at once. Overflow X specifies what to do with the left or right edges of the content, while the overflow Y specifies what to do with the top and the bottom edges of the content. Then you can use the overflow property when you want to have better control of the layout. The overflow property specifies what happens if content overflows an elements box. So let me show you how all this works together and form something nice for us. So like coming to our document, previously we've discussed about a lot on CSS overflow. You can check our CSS overflow playlist to be able to follow along easily. We have discussed about a lot concerning overflow. Now right here in our document, right here we are having this overflow of auto. Let's change this overflow of auto to another thing entirely. This overflow of auto is this one that is having this it gave us this scroll bar that we are able to scroll through our content. If you have been following me along, you should know what that means. So now let's change this overflow to overflow X. Let's change it dash X. I'm just going to give it dash X. Let's save our document and see what will happen when I reload. Can you see when we specify overflow dash X, nothing happen, and when we specify overflow dash Y, let's see what will happen. Let's give it auto also. Let's see when we give it auto also. When we reload, can you see nothing happen? But the funniest part is that we can easily hide this scroll bar right here at our right hand right here by using our overflow dash Y. So I'm going to give it hidden. When I give our overflow dash Y hidden, you are going to see that it's going to hide this scroll bar. We are not going to have it again. Let's reload. Can you see now we are not able to hide it? We are not able to have it again. But when we carry this one, we carry it like this, we place it at the top like this, and we are having our overflow dash X at the bottom. Let's save our document and reload. Let's see what we got. Can you see the same thing occurs? Now we are not able to scroll through our content. We are not able to see the rest of the content again. But the funniest part again is that we can just do like this, give our overflow X, we can give it scroll. When we give it scroll, let's reload our document and see what we got. Can you see now we are able to see this scroll bar at the bottom right here? But because this one we are not able to see the thing that we can use to drag it to the left or right and so on like that, because of the size of our content right here. Let me give it 500 pixel. Maybe it's going to show us something nice right here. As you can see, still we are not able to see the ruler right here. But so you just have to know that if you have to hide the overflow, you can just use this hidden to hide the overflow of the X. When we use hidden, we are not going to see any overflow there. Can you see we are not able to see any overflow? But if you want to see the overflow, let me decrease this thing to 300 so that we can be able to have some overflow. This is overflow. Now we should be able to see some overflow. Let's give the X auto first. I'm just showing you guys how this works together. When I reload my document, can you see we are not able to see any overflow in our X? But when we hide the X and we give the Y auto, you are going to see what will happen now. When we reload our document, can you see we are able to see some overflow because we are having some content at the bottom of our content right here that is overflowing this div element. So that's why we are able to see, we are able to use the overflow Y. So overflow, the X axis is from the left to the right, the Y axis is from the top to the bottom, which is this from the left of the content, the container to the from the left of the div element to the right side is the overflow X. From the top of the div element to the bottom right here is the Y, is the one that is controlling the overflow Y. So that's why we are able to use the Y. So let's now say, for instance, now you use this overflow of scroll. use this overflow of scroll in our document, we just remove this y. We just use overflow of scroll throughout our document. Let's reload our document. Can you see, by specifying our overflow x hidden, we are not able to see the bottom scroll bar right here. But if we by mistakenly remove this one, when we remove it like that, when we reload now, we will be able to see the scroll bar at the bottom right here also. So that's what I want you. But if you want to manipulate this scroll bar right here, you want it to turn to something like auto overflow. The auto overflow is the one that works in this manner, that doesn't have any scroll bar at the bottom. It's just having one at the right side here. But if you want the scroll also, the overflow scroll right here, if you want it also to look the same way, you can just give it overflow x, and we can just give it overflow x hidden. When we give it overflow x hidden, it's also going to behave like overflow of auto. Now let's reload our document now. Can you see, now we are not able to see the x-axis of the scroll bar. As you can see, we are not seeing the scroll bar around this x-axis. So you guys should practice this, because when you practice, when you can understand this better. Because I don't want you guys to think I'm performing any miracle here. We have discussed a lot on this CSS over in this concerning this CSS overflow. So I think we are done for now. We have discussed about overflow wrap. We haven't discussed about, we have discussed about overflow wrap in our previous tutorial, but and also we have discussed about our overflow x right here in this tutorial right now. I want you guys to please practice, because practice make perfect. And what akorede ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time, and we have discussed about the overflow y also. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love. Have a great day. Thank you so much, and